Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our special podcast.
Yes! So this time around, we talk about, we've talked about Artemis Fowl a few times in these recent podcasts.
And we've even made a video or a podcast for Artemis Fowl, the movie.
Yes, that was actually our first one. I was like, what on earth is this? And we mentioned that it's based off a very popular book series, but unfortunately not as many people as we thought know about it until the movie came out, and people were like, what is this?
Like us.
Right.
And we have read the series, and we are actually on our third reading. Yes, our third reading of this entire series. This book is that fantastic. Regardless of your age, it is just entertaining, fantastic, action-packed, just brilliantly written. We love Owen Colfer.
Yes. And the original Artemis Fowl series started in 2001. They had 8 books in the original series. Then that was pretty much a break until 2019 when Owen released a spin-off series called the Fowl Twins, which focuses on Artemis's younger brothers.
Yes. And this podcast is to address those who say that there's no such thing as Hartemis.
Right, which is the ship name.
And we understand it's been a debate for quite some time, and we've seen online where people say there's no proof of this. Where today we are going to provide you with the written Owen Colfer hidden truth within the Fowl Twins universe.
Yes. Now,
series, I should say.
Now, these books were released quite recently. They were supposed to be made in honor of the movie to sell extra merchandise. These are the only merchandise they sold at this point. So
So the Fowl Twins, just so you know it, if you haven't read them, they're not about Artemis, although he makes an appearance in the first one. But they are not about him. They're about his 2 twin brothers, Miles and Beckett.
Yes.
And within these 2 books, some characters that you love from the Artemis Fowl series make an appearance.
Right. And they want to make it clear that, it's about them. And they say it's more about them because if they had Artemis in there, he would take over the book, and then you just want to see more of him instead of the brother. So they were making sure.
Which is what happened with book 1 when you start reading it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, this is just like old times.
And they had to stop.
Yes.
They had to stop. So that's why he's not in here for a while.
So in book 1, Holly makes an appearance. She's being promoted to Commodore.
Yes.
And she ends up having a conversation with Miles, which is almost like listening to her talk to Artemis. It's
right.
Absolutely hilarious.
Right, because Miles takes a bit after Artemis, as shown in the other series too.
Yes. And also within here, we are introduced in this book to Nanny, which in the beginning, you find out that it's the female voiced AI, and immediately without having read anything, I knew it had to sound like Holly.
Yeah,
so
somehow.
Miles confirms for us.
Somehow, you knew.
And then Miles confirms for us that yes, indeed, the voice is Holly's voice. And we won't spoil too much for you by telling any more in this book about that encounter. But then we get to book 2 called Deny All Charges.
Yes.
And within this book, it contains the nugget of the proof that Hartemis is canon, not just with those of us who love Hartemis, but with Owen himself.
Yes.
And we have to say that we are overjoyed.
Right. And also need to point out that this takes place in chapter 6. So it takes place in chapter 6. And a lot of people were actually questioning if this happened because it's been such a long time since the other books, and to them it felt open-ended, but there are always clues hidden throughout the series as well.
Now, it takes place on page 83, 82, and you should see those pages up in front of you right now. I'm sorry, 84 and 85, forgive me guys. You should see the page in front of you now. Looking at the paragraph, see if there's anything that sticks out to you as odd. Rascal asked me this question, and she gave me 3 tries, and I missed on all 3 tries, and I didn't see it. And I am the type of person, and she will attest, I pick up on patterns, I notice things no one else notices, I'm extremely observant, I catch things no one does. I didn't catch this.
Right?
I couldn't believe that I didn't see this. So now that you've seen this, Rascal's going to read from you where
it comes in.
Yes.
All right, I'll start from page 85. This is when Leslie's talking with Artemis's mother, Angeline.
And you can follow along with the picture.
Right. Or if you even have your own copy with you at home,
Even better.
Yeah, you can just pick up the book right now and read along. All right. When will Commodore Short arrive? Asked the specialist. It all depends on magma flares, said Angeline. Sometime in the next couple of days, I imagine. And you should rest till then. After all, you have been in and out of consciousness for several days. The human woman's casual use of the phrase magma flares confirmed that she had indeed been in contact with Commodore Fowl, as LEP craft often rode magma flares to the surface.
Whoa! Commodore Fowl! There's no reason she'll be referred to as Commodore Fowl unless she has married Artemis!
Yes, and they just say Commodore Short right like above it, and it suddenly fell. So she must have slipped up and called her that within that.
So it was brilliant of Owen to put this in here to see if we would notice it, and for him to wonderfully let us know, yes, Hartemis is canon. Not only is it canon, but they are married.
Now, there is a chance that maybe people didn't catch it because somehow Mama didn't.
I don't know how, and I remember when she pointed it out and I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, what about it? She says, look at what it says. And I'm like, yeah, it says Commodore Fowl. And she stares at me and I go, oh my gosh!
Yes, so it's gonna be quite a few that miss it because we've never seen this online, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube, nothing. So I'm assuming that Owen put in little hints throughout this series. So I'm going to take a speculation that when the series is going to come to an end, the spin-off series, and Artemis is going to return, Owen's going to finally reveal. People didn't catch it within the books and all the hints. He's going to reveal it when he comes back for the ones who didn't catch on.
And for those of you who think there's such a huge age difference, we're going to make a video with documentation proof from the books and explain to you how the aging is for fairies versus humans and how they really are not far apart at all.
Right.
So this is a match made in fairy heaven.
Right.
So if you caught this and you told your friends and they didn't believe you, let us know in the comments below. If you read this and missed it and you can't believe, like I did, that this was a tidbit within this book, let us know in the comments as well. If you think Rascal is a brilliant genius, let us know in the comments. And we can't wait to share more with you. This is the beginning of a series we're going to have on the Fowl Twins books, covering
original series.
Yes, and also the new book that was scheduled to come out in October this month, but now has been moved to November 23rd.
Yeah, we don't know why, but...
And I think it's Fowl Twins Get What They Deserve.
Yes. So it might come out sooner in other places, but for our shipment provider, for some reason they're waiting till next month. So we'll be a little behind.
So this is something new that will be coming to the Paws On Animation channel, where we talk about manga and comics and books that really just stand out as excellent reads, and some that don't, and we explain to you why, but it all fits into the Paws On Animation scope.
Yes.
Of everything animation.
Yes.
So, if you haven't read Artemis Fowl series or the Fowl Twins, you should read them. They are excellent reading. They are worth the investment of every penny you have, because you will want to read them over and over. And Owen Colfer is brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. And we thank him so much for creating this universe and writing these books, and we look forward to bringing you more videos on things that we captured within the universe of Owen Colfer, and that's what we're going to call it.
The Colferverse.
The ECCU.
That's a good one.
And let us know what you think in the comments as well.
Right.
And don't forget to
like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on future podcasts and World of Paws videos.
and more Artemis Fowl content, because there's going to be lots.
Yes.
So,
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Rascal Entertainment.
and I'm Mom Entertainments.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
And stay back, human. You don't know what you're dealing with.